Hey, how's it going? It's Ethan with HustlePaintball.com. I've got Lapco's Posi-Feed soft paddles for your Tippmann Cyclone feed system. Now we've got a couple different ones here. This is just a standard set, and to my left we've got the deluxe set, which has got the harder paddles, the medium paddles, and the super soft paddles. Now they install the exact same way, they work the same way, so I'm going to do a video about both at once. And that'll help you decide which you'd really like to do. Why don't I get the camera in here and I'll show you a closer look. So here's the standard set of the Posi-Feed paddles. It's actually several pieces. There's your top paddle, there's a middle locking washer, the bottom paddle, and then another washer. What this locking washer is for is simply because the somewhat soft material of these paddles is not sufficient to keep these from slipping on your actual axle. So Lapco has provided this, which is definitely not going to slip. If you can take a closer look, you'll see that these all have D-ring shaped holes, and that's what's going to slide over your existing axle and your Cyclone feed and ensure that it doesn't slip. Now, I want to show you the difference between the different paddles. This is the softest set, and you get this with the deluxe set of paddles. This is a little bit stiffer, and this guy here, really not going to move much at all. If you take a closer look back at the paddles, I want you to notice that there's this hump right here on one of the actual paddles. That's called the Posi-Feed hump, and what that does is ensure smooth, consistent feeding and that a large amount of balls do not get bunched in there. Lapco's done a ton of testing on these, and they've really put a lot of cycles, well over 100,000 paintballs through a single set of these, full auto, and they really just do a good job at making sure these paddles are engineered to the highest standards. Let's go ahead, now I'm going to show you how to install it. Now I've taken off the Cyclone feed system off our Tippmann paintball gun just to make it a little bit easier to show you in the video. First step is to remove this screw with a Phillips head screwdriver. Now go ahead and remove this screw. Make sure you keep a hold of the screw and the washer because you will be reusing those. Reach down and gently pull out the stock paddles. For this bottom one, you may need to put something under it because it's kind of hard to get your fingers down and lift up otherwise. I tend to like to use an Allen wrench. Get that under there, and once it gets moving, it'll slide right out. Well, now that we've got the stock paddles out, we need to go ahead and put the Lapco paddles in. Let's start with this thin little washer. Now you probably can't tell from the video, but it actually has a difference between the top and the bottom. And there's one side that has 3 little circles on it. That side actually goes down. So let's go ahead and put this in over the axle, make sure that the D lines up, and push that down, slide it all the way down to the bottom. Now we've got the thick, tall set of paddles, and we've got the thinner, short set of paddles. Go ahead and grab this set first. Once again, make sure that lines up, and push that down. Grab your donut washer, slide that down. It's pretty tough to mess this up because the D axle hole here really prevents you from putting it in any other orientation but the correct one. Finally, take your top set of paddles, push those down. I tend to like to wiggle it just a little bit, make sure everything locks up. And take your stock screw and washer, and instead of dropping it in the Cyclone like I did, you can install that in and tighten that down with your Phillips head screwdriver. Well, it's a pretty easy installation. Showed you how to do it. Talked a little bit about whether you should get the single set or the deluxe set. My money's definitely on the deluxe. It's really only a couple bucks more. You get a lot more flexibility. In addition to these paddles being a little bit more gentle on brittle paint and kind of crappy paint, just the design of them, like I said, the Posi-Feed hump is going to allow much smoother feeding over your stock paddles. So this is probably the #1 Cyclone upgrade I would recommend. There's plenty of other ones out there. This one's, like I said, not very much. I would put this right at the top of your list. So if you have any other questions about the performance, the construction, or the installation of this product, or really anything, just email us at videos@hustlepaintball.com. And remember, you can get all this gear at hustlepaintball.com. Thanks again, guys, for watching. We'll see you soon.